So, this is Richard, not my brother, but might as well be my brother.
Hi.
Hi, Richard. Can I call you Richie?
Yes, absolutely. How are you?
What does your shirt say?
Eat cake, be happy.
Even though I'm gassy and bloated, I'm going to eat this cake. I don't care.
Absolutely. We're going to have lots of cake.
Okay, now, this cake, I'm literally putting my cards down. I'm not even hosting, I'm just eating. What do I think I am, Dennis Basso? Okay, here's the deal, the cake. Carolyn's cake, it's a 5-pound cake. It comes frozen. You thaw it out 3 to 4 hours on the counter. There's 3 different flavors. It feeds 16 people. So we're gonna talk about the caramel cake first. That is this cake that Richie has in his hands, and it's right here. It's a 7-layer cake. It is a yellow cake with a caramel icing and a hint of vanilla. It is divine. Then we have the chocolate.
Yes.
The chocolate cake is, again, a yellow cake with chocolate ganache in between the 7 layers and a fudge icing that is perfection. And then finally, we have the sweet potato cake. Now, this is a white cake that has real mashed in sweet potatoes. It is 4 layers. The cake is a little bit thicker on this one, and the icing is the most beautiful cream cheese you've ever had. And this is your mom's recipe.
Absolutely. They're all mom's recipes. These are all holiday classics, anytime classics. The business started with our 7-layer caramel cake. Mom started making these out of our home kitchen, and you just look at these beautiful 7 layers of yellow cake with caramel in between and caramel on top. As you mentioned, they come frozen. You can freeze and refreeze for up to 6 months.
But we have to talk about the price. 16 people. The price is $69.98. It feeds 16 people. You can refreeze it. You won't have any left over. But if you did, you could refreeze it. Now, when I do my buffets, when I do desserts at my house, we have a dessert buffet at the end. It's either cakes marching down the table as decor, or it's dessert buffet. And what I love about this is you have so many different flavors, and you can marry them with David's cookies.
Absolutely. What a great idea.
So the snickerdoodles for me would go with a caramel cake. I would do the chocolate chunk for the chocolate cake, and then I would do, I think, even the cherry with the sweet potato.
I think those sound like fantastic pairings. Now, as you mentioned, that cream cheese icing is so light with those 4 layers of sweet potato cake. We hand mash all the sweet potatoes and mix it in and fold it in gently to that white cake base, and it's perfection. It is your new holiday favorite.
Okay, my producer just told me he's so jealous, and it's true, you should be, and here's why. The cake is like velvet. There's not a granular in there. It is the most moist, soft, delicious, beautiful texture. I want to talk about the icing. I was just with the TSV, right? Look at this icing. I'm going to try and do this for you. I did this on every single show on my Blue Ribbon Baking Championship. This icing, there's not a grain in it. It is the smoothest thing I've ever tasted.
Super simple, very traditional Southern recipes. Mom grew up in South Carolina. It is just high quality cream cheese, a little confectioner's sugar. All the cakes are made and iced by hand, and they come beautifully packaged in one of our red tins. So they're gonna come right to your door on dry ice with one of these beautiful red tins.
I have it in my freezer. I have the caramel one, I have to say. I mean, last time we had it, it's sold out, it was just gone. I have it, and here's why. I'm always in charge of the birthday cakes. I'm always in charge of the cakes. So I get extra ones and I put them in my freezer because they last for 6 months. And when you get it, it is so well thought out. Look at this. It's perfect every single time. And it's not pre-cut. Now, a lot of people like pre-cut. I don't. Because sometimes I want a sliver, and sometimes I want to put a candle in it.
Absolutely. And like you
Right?
said, you can feed so many people with it. And sometimes if you want to pair it with some cookies, like you mentioned, you might want a little thinner slice. The caramel is so rich. Just a very thin sliver is going to go a long way. The sweet potato cake, I usually do a little bit larger slice, and sometimes I pair a thin sliver of
There's only
Southern
600
chocolate.
of these left.
Well, I would get Southern chocolate. You could pair it with the caramel and have a thin slice of each. It's a fantastic combination. The fudge with the richness of the caramel, it pairs beautifully.
I don't know. I would get the sweet potato. I just tasted that, and I love all of them. That is the most amazing thing. I mean, honestly. And look at this. I just counted them in front of you. This is 14 slices. You get 16 slices in a cake. That's 14. That is going to feed everybody around the table. So we have a final minute on this. It's on the 5 easy payments and no shipping or handling. That would be $14 per payment. The price expires at the end of this day. Again, it is a Southern layer cake. They are $69.98 a piece. They come frozen 3 to 4 hours out of the freezer onto a cake pedestal. This happens to be my cake pedestal. You can find that at QVC.com.
Absolutely, yeah,
And
that's great.
I mean, the centerpiece, do a dessert buffet. Get an extra cake and put it in the freezer for that birthday that you know is coming, and you don't have to worry about it, because when these are gone, they're gone. We have not been able to get the caramel back.
So it's a perfect, it's holiday hosting time of year. These are a great hostess gift. Like you said, you can keep several in your freezer, bring them over. You will be invited back time and time again. If you show up with cake, you're going to be asked back.
Absolutely. And by the way, I say, I'm going to buy one for myself.
Yeah.
I'm sticking it in the freezer, and I'm going to put a fork in it, just like I did with David. This is phenomenal. Your mom, God bless you. You're awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Love it.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.